Thank you to the Nagley family for being with us today and sharing with us and so much about the wonderful person Bob Nagley was. Now we have the Distinguished Service Award. This award recognizes significant volunteer service benefiting the greater good, philanthropic leadership, or service to the Minnetonka Alumni Association. The recipient of the 2019 Distinguished Service Award is Bill Loeber from the class of 1969. After learning about issues affecting veterans, Bill founded a program called Operation Hands Up. This class helped veterans find jobs and transition from military service into the business world. Later, when the local Chamber of Commerce announced its desire to create Operation Connect for transitioning military, William worked with them to become the teacher and primary leader of the program. During the 6 years, he has worked with veterans and has invested more than 1,500 hours of community service and has earned several awards for his work. Bill is unable to be with us today, but he wanted to share a few words with you.
Hello, fellow skippers. Bill Loeber here, class of 69. I first wanted to thank the committee so much for this honor, this Distinguished Service Award. I am deeply honored to get this award. It means a lot to me. I especially want to thank Mike Thomas, my best friend in the audience there, for nominating me for this award. I want to take you real quickly back in the Wayback Machine to 2010, 2011. This is post-recession. Unemployment was pretty high, especially among the military population. We're in San Diego here. That's why I'm not there. We live here in San Diego. But in San Diego, we have a lot of military, and the unemployment was like 3 to 4 times higher than the national average. I felt this was a national disgrace, that these brave men and women who served us could not get a decent job. I'm not talking about guards at Walmart. I'm talking about professional jobs. So this is all going on in my head. I worked at HP at the time. Newly elected Congressman Scott Peters came to HP to do a town hall meeting. I went down and listened to him. And somewhere in that meeting, the universe kicked me in the butt. And I raised my hand and said, Congressman, why can't we do more to help vets get jobs in San Diego? We're a military town, one of the biggest. Our economy is pretty good. People like to live here. And he said, what would you like to do about it? And long story short, he put me in touch with his chief of staff. And within 2 months, I'd created Operation Hand Up, which was a career transition program for military. I won't tell you all the details there, but it was very successful. A couple years later, the San Diego Business Chamber wanted to adopt us, and they turned it into Operation Connect. What we did is added not only the training, but also a monthly network mixer so that the vets and the military folks could meet senior leaders, business leaders. We assigned a mentor to every military person, so they had really 3 things: training, mixers, and mentors. It was wildly successful, very successful. Between the two, we've trained over 500 military. 90% get jobs within 3 months of their transition. It's one of the premier programs in San Diego here. In fact, we think it's the only one in the U.S. that's affiliated with the Chamber that has all 3 elements. So very, very successful. I wanted to tell you about one of my students. 2 years ago, a young guy, AJ, was a Marine IT guy, struggling to get traction in the job market, went to our program, told me, I think I may re-up in the Marines. I said, oh, don't do that. Let me see if we can help you. And he went through the program, and within a month he had 3 job offers, one of which he still works at in sales. I convinced him sales is what he should do, and he's making 6 figures. He told me he thinks it changed his life. So that's very meaningful to me. Now, what does this do for me personally? I know I'm helping vets, and that makes me feel great, but I also feel that the act of service, giving to others, allows me to put little deposits, positive deposits in my positive feelings account. With that account full, I'm more immunized from the ocean of negativity we all live in. So I'd highly recommend to anybody, if they want to immunize themselves to some degree from the trials and tribulations of life, they should look to provide service to others. It always works, and it's a great program. Now my journey continues. I've turned over Operation Connect to a good friend of mine. I now work as a program manager at a nonprofit for helping military families. That's just part of my transition. We recently helped a single Navy mom who was struggling with 3 kids. Her car didn't work. We got her a new car for free through our nonprofit. So again, that's my story. Thank you again very much. I appreciate so much the award and the recognition. Thank you very much. All the best to you.
Accepting the award on his behalf, please welcome in his nominator and classmate, Mike Thomas.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate accepting this award on Bill's behalf. Bill couldn't be here. His niece, his one and only niece, had the audacity to schedule her wedding today, the same day the award was supposed to be accepted. So he really regrets not being here, but we'll blame his niece. Bill and I met in 1962, I believe it was, in the fall of '62, when the Excelsior High School was the transition between the old high school, or the junior high, and West Junior High. And I met guys like Jim Turner, who was at my table, and Bill and I became very good friends, and through the years have watched him become the leader, both in business and in the community that he's become. So he really appreciates the award, and I'm, again, honored to be here accepting it on his behalf. Thank you.